guys, and welcome to another Tipsy Thursdays. I am your show host, Juanita Coley, affectionately known as the Contact Center Whisperer. I am the CEO and founder of Solid Rock Consulting. We are a workforce management consulting firm that focuses on improving organizations' customer experience, CX, employee experience, EX, and by aligning those with the WFM discipline. We firmly believe that you can have culture efficiently. So today we are talking about workforce management and quality. What are the impacts when they work together? So I have none other than the amazing Shafiq. Shafiq, thank you so much for being our guest today on today's WFM Tipsy Thursdays. I'm super excited to have you. And I think this is such an appropriate and amazing conversation because I'll tell you why I think it's such a great conversation, because many times organizations are talking about WFM, which is workforce management. Tools are talking about WEM, which then start in WFO, which is now starting to bring in speech and quality and performance, gamification, all those different things. And the lines really get blurred when I firmly believe that there does need to be a clear delineation between WFM, WEM, and WFO. And so it's super cool that you lead both of these departments, the workforce management team and quality. So I am interested to hear your thoughts on workforce management and quality working together and the impacts on that. But before we hop into that content, tell the people who you are and when you first discovered workforce management and fell in love with the discipline.
Cool. Thank you so much for having me, Juanita. I really appreciate and feel the pressure about being amazing, as you called me. So I really appreciate the compliment, and hopefully I won't disappoint. I been in the contact center world for several years now. Started as a customer service rep at a major brand based in Atlanta, where you live, Coca-Cola. I was an agent, took calls, chats, emails. We even took faxes and mail for shared services organization. We processed all of those, and I kind of started learning the inner workings of contact center world back then. Right after my customer service rep role, I moved into a workforce analyst role where I did fall in love with workforce management as a profession. I did that for a little bit, and after that, I jumped into contact center technology, where I supported contact center technology for a couple of years, and that would include the CRM, WFM, telephony, QM, customer satisfaction surveys, anything that's involved in the integration and the tools used across the contact center. And then after that, I moved back into workforce management, where I started leading the workforce management function for sales at Autodesk. And then I recently picked up the quality management function as well for sales at Autodesk. And I feel like I'm destined to be in the contact center world for a while. I really enjoy it. I love the inner workings of it, the opportunities that exist, the people, the dynamics, the general cultures, especially within good companies. My previous employer or my current employer have had great cultures, and within that contact center environment, it's been great. So I love the contact center world.
That's awesome. So tell me, let's hop into the topic for today,
Yep.
WFM and quality and the impacts. Okay. So when we think about the impacts of WFM teams and quality teams working together, what are one of the common myths that you hear and you're like, my workforce management and quality team don't do that, or we do that, like,
Yep.
and it works just fine. What are one of the common myths that you hear about workforce and quality working together?
Yep. So the working together piece is essential. They have to at least collaborate, even if they're in totally two different departments. If they're not collaborating, they technically start creating those myths because they're disconnected from each other. The other reason why those myths exist, and I'll go into some of the examples of the myths, those myths exist because of the bad players that just ruin it for everyone.
Mm,
So just like there's myths about robocalls, people calling you about trying to buy your home or sell you solar panels. There's also legit companies that are doing robocalls, like doctors' offices that try to confirm your appointment, or legit companies that you've expressed interest in that are reaching out to you to sell something to you. Same thing for workforce management or for quality. For quality, there is that general myth about, well, these guys are just there to ding us if we don't say thank you, or ding us if we don't say this or don't do that. And that's not true. Quality is supposed to be directly linked to the ultimate outcome that is in the best interest of the company and the reps, and should be helping them towards that, not just to ding them for what they did or did not do.
Mm,
From workforce management, there is that myth that these guys are just tracking our adherence and want to make sure that we're available when we're supposed to be available. Otherwise, they're going to be dinging us for being 5 minutes late from a meeting or getting stuck on a long call. That's a myth, again, that unfortunately some workforce departments in some companies do things that way. And that's why people believe in that.
mm.
The reality is, workforce management just wants to help, same as quality, maximize the outcome and the operations and maximize the productivity of the resources that we have. So it's not about us tracking people at the minute level or dinging them for what they did or did not do. It's about us helping them and empower them achieve the outcomes that are linked to their job and empower the organization to maximize productivity.
I love that because one of the things that you said that really stuck out to me is that it's the bad players. Right? It's not the game, it's the players. Right. So
Yep.
a lot of times it's the bad players that are, one, they're misinformed on what the game is in the first place. Right.
Yep.
It's like if we think about any sports, if we put this in a sports analogy, basketball isn't inherently bad. Right. It is the players that are playing the games that are filing, getting fouled out, getting all these penalties because they're doing things that go against the actual game. Right. This is how the game is meant to be played. And this is the output. Like, we're here for whatever the purpose is of playing the game. So when we think about workforce management, we think about quality. What is the purpose of that function serves in the
Yep.
organization? And then the players who are playing that game must understand the purpose in which they are serving. And then you said something, the second thing that I love that you said was the collaboration. We got to collaborate. And so it sounds like what you're doing with your workforce and quality team is making sure that they are collaborating. So breaking down those silos between WFM and quality teams and making sure that they are collaborating to make sure that workforce is scheduling maybe coaching sessions, workforce is scheduling these things, and quality team has the time to then do quality, provide performance feedback, close those loops around communications back to agents, all those different things that the
Yep.
purpose of the game of quality is being played. And so I love that. Hey there, are you having a hard time gaining traction around your customer experience strategy? Or maybe your employee experience is just falling super flat. Maybe you're also having a challenge around really leveraging your workforce management team or the discipline to see the efficiencies that you know you really should be seeing. Well, I have a 5-day challenge and I want to tell you all about it. So click the link below and I'll see you on the inside. Bye. What are some tips then and strategies as we get into this last question? What is one of the tips or strategies or the most helpful tips and strategies running a workforce and quality team together that you could give to the audience?
Yep. I'll say the very first thing is back to basics. Before people
Mm,
understand the how, they need to all align on the why. So within our organization, I I become a broken record because I'm repeating this thing. It sounds so basic, but I still repeat it because I need to make sure that not only my team, but also the stakeholders I work with, the managers, and also the reps, and all the way above at the leadership level, everybody needs to understand the why. And the why is, from a workforce management standpoint, we want to help our sales reps do more faster.
mm,
From a quality management, we want to help them do better. And what that means is, if they're maximizing the volume of their work and they're maximizing the quality of their work, that will maximize the sales and the revenue that is generated for the company. This is in a sales environment. In a support environment, the approach can be similar. You're maximizing the volume of the cases processed, and you're maximizing the quality, which improves resolution and customer satisfaction. And at the end, it helps the company maintain its competitive edge in the marketplace. So if everybody keeps in mind that everything we're doing is to help you maximize your volume and maximize your quality, then we can get into the how and go into it and make sure that you're okay with the how we're doing it and we're fine tuning it. But if you're missing out on the why, everything else we'll do will fail after that.
You gonna make me run in here, Shafiq. Like that's so good. I swear I'm gonna be taking that. So I normally quote people like once or twice. I'm a collector of wisdom, right? In quotes. So, like I'm gonna quote you once or twice and be like, Shafiq said this over from Autodesk, but now it's mine. Okay. We are trying to do more, okay, faster, and we're trying to do it better. And I think that is the mad dash when we think about insert in walks the AI conversation, which is why AI organizations are having this mad dash to implement AI, AI, AI. But the fundamental problem, right, is that they're missing the why. And so they jack up the how. Right. They're missing. Why are you doing what you're doing? So I talk about AI all the time. AI to alleviate, AI to assist, AI to automate. Like, why are we doing what we're doing? When we understand why we're doing what we're doing, then we can we can put AI in its proper place. So I love AI. I love technology. But what you just said about, the fundamentals is so key, which is why I love personally to work with workforce management organizations or organizations that have small or new workforce management teams, because I fundamentally believe that if we can get them to get it right in the fundamentals at the beginning, then when they grow into these large, huge organizations, they'll be doing it faster and better because they have the fundamentals correct, right? Which is why you see all of your greats, back to the sports, right? All of your greats, you think about your LeBrons, your Kobe's, your Muhammad Ali's, you think about any great that is classified as a great, the thing that they focused on and they harped on was the fundamentals.
Yep.
Right, the fundamentals. You can't get away from the fundamentals. And in today's society, it seems like we want to get away from the fundamentals because we want the thing that's sparkly and shiny and the new thing. And that's great. Innovation has its place. I'm a lover. Matter of fact, I have a saying, innovate or die, right? So you have to constantly be innovating because that's what allows you to stay relevant for the current time. So I love innovation. So this is not an anti-innovation or anti-AI conversation. What I'm saying is that we have to understand the fundamentals so that we can make sure that we are appropriately placing the innovation. So I love again. I love what you just said. I can go on that topic right there alone. All right. So where can the people find you? Thank you so much for answering that myth and also that tip and strategy. I hope that the audience is listening, got they writing notes, because I definitely got my notes here. So where can the people find you if they want to connect with you deeper, Shafiq?
So I'm on LinkedIn, and definitely feel free to share my email information. People are welcome to message me on LinkedIn, reach out to me via email. I love connecting with people in the contact center world, in the technology world. So uh, yeah, I'm very open to connecting with people and starting conversations and having interesting topics to go over with people who have opinions about it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. You could have been
Yep.
anywhere in the world, but you decided to come hang out with me on WFM Tipsy Thursday. So I appreciate that.
It was awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Juanita.
Is there anything else left to say? Like, how amazing was that? I'm always talking about, which I have a LinkedIn rant about WEM, WFM, and WFO needing to have delineations, not silos. And it's so amazing that Shafiq has, these two departments, WFM And technically, WFO report into the same individual. And I think that that's amazing because while they have distinct differences of what they are focusing on and the why, right? They're working and collaborating together. And that's what happens when you create delineation and not silos. I hope that this WFM Tipsy Thursday was helpful and useful to you. You already know what to do. If you have a topic that you want us to cover, make sure that you send me a message, DM me, connect with us on WFMpeople.com so that you never miss a newsletter or a video or all of the other content that we put out just for you, the people. Okay. All right. Until next time, y'all go be great and let's make impact. See y'all soon. Bye.